And I've been on my athleisure shit, bro.
Athleisure? Oh,
what I'm
I
saying?
see that.
You beat me, son.
I see the Fabletics you got on.
Bro,
I see the fucking Fabletic
You know what I'm saying?
jammies you got on. Nah, them shits is hard.
yeah, bro. I'm on my, I'm on my athleisure, bro.
Yeah, those are like the opposite of hoochie daddies. Those are like also like attractive, but like the long jammies.
You know?
Seen they're like banning Sheen everywhere because of like their poor practices.
Did you see what the poor practices are?
What are they?
Bro, they're doing something crazy, bro.
They can't be doing nothing that major companies, like any of the ones that we're wearing right now, like they're not doing anything that they haven't already done.
Oh, maybe we're talking about a different story about Shein.
What are you
they're
talking
getting
about?
it. They're in some shit for some other shit.
Wait, I know that they're being banned from like they're trying
From
to
like
ban
France
them
and stuff.
in the UK in the EU.
Yeah, it's not necessarily because of those poor practices.
Oh, what is it?
They're in it like deep right now because apparently they were selling a sex doll, like a.
Oh,
Did you see it?
yes. I'm not gonna say what it, but you know what it looked like, and I know what it
Bro,
looked
they
like.
were selling a sex doll that clearly, resembled a young person,
Yeah, crazy.
like a young girl.
Like there was nothing else you can mistake that for.
Yeah, and it's like, and the photos that were circulating was just was like a normal clothed doll-looking small person. And you're like, what the hell? Like, that's what that is. That is a sex doll they're selling on there. So, and people were buying it. Like, multiple were sold. A bunch were sold.
Yeah.
And then, but now Shein is saying it was a third-party seller, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it, of how they were able to circumvent the kind of the standards and regulations. Man, listen, you guys know damn well what the hell was going on there.
Well, that's what they're saying. That they're like, oh, it's a third-party seller.
Yeah, I mean, third-party seller, third-party schmeller.
Because Amazon has third-party sellers too.
Of course they do, yeah. But I ain't never seen nothing like that on Amazon, bro.
I haven't seen one nothing like that.
But yeah, so poor practices, I would say, is an understatement.
Yeah, they're also. I think there's an article that I read where a part of it was talking about like the way their I forgot what's it called. It's like their morals on like where they buy their goods from.
Yeah.
There's a term for it. I just can't think of it. But yeah, Shein, not looking good for Shein.
Nah, not looking good for Shein. First, dude, was that ever true when they had, when people were saying check the tags on your Shein clothing because the workers were putting messages on the tags like we're
what I was talking
enslaved.
about.
Like we're enslaved. Come save us. We're slaves.
That's what I'm talking about. Those guys. I thought I heard they were like slaving people out there. They had like poor, but they were like not them specifically, but they're buying from warehouses.
Yeah.
That are, because I feel like they're just like a portal, right? Where you buy this stuff. Like they're not. Like they had their own products, but it's also like they're buying things wholesale and just putting it on their website.
It's fast fashion. It's really low quality kind of. It'll shrink after a wash.
Mm-hmm.
It'll fall apart.
But
Don't.
like, they're not producing it.
I think they are though. It's a brand.
Are they?
Yeah, Shein. It's a brand. That's the company that. Or if they're not necessarily producing all of it, they're maybe like you're saying, getting really cheap shit. But either way, it's cheap as hell. But I think they were producing it. It's its own fashion company.
Coast Life says Shein is trash. So is H&M. Is Shein and H&M are they in the same category?
Shein is below H&M.
Okay. Where's Burlington Coat Factory fall in here?
Burlington is like Marshalls. It's
But in terms of like Shein and H&M,
it's just a retailer. It doesn't produce anything. It sells other brands. It sells other brands like a department store.
in your from
You
your
know, like
perspective-
Macy's don't have a Macy's clothing line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah, what's this I'm wearing right here? It's Macy's.
Yeah, people definitely say that. I've had some uncles say it to me.
Yeah, Penny's was big in my family.
JC
You know what I'm saying?
Penney's.
JC Penney.
JC Penney's. My dad told me a couple weeks ago. He goes, "I got to get a new bed set. I got to go to JC Penney's and pick it up." I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even think that place exists anymore.
Yeah, it's so funny that people still that's like the go-to. You know, the go-to is like, you remember when Sears was like the hardware spot. This way you got your lawnmower and shit.
Sears
you know,
was the spot. If you
Yeah.
didn't buy a Craftsman,
Yeah, but-
lifetime warranty. Spaz says, did Justin show up early today?
What does that mean?
Did
Why?
he win his prize?
I was supposed to show up early today. I showed up.
Did you? No.
Hold
Hold on.
I was here.
He wants to know if you showed up early. I would.
Like turned up to the podcast early.
Yeah. Like if you got here early, if you arrived to the studio early.
Why? Does everything look real good?
No. This is in reference towards a conversation him and I were having earlier. And I mentioned something about, I don't even remember what I said. Either being able to do something if you got here early, or he said you'll get here early or something like that. And I said, if Justin shows up here early, I'll suck him off.
Oh, well, let me text my girl. Tell her I'll be home a little late.
I was like, I was like, he's not going to get here early.
I would have been here early if I didn't have my meal thing that occurred. That's what I was still on time.
No, you were on time.
But I was not super early. Yeah, I was not super early. I was not pre 6 o'clock type of early, nothing like that.
No, but you didn't show up at the time that made us come up. We went on live early.
Yeah, we definitely did.
We went out 2 minutes early.
That's right.
And then we sat in the waiting screen for 4 minutes.
That's right. So that I can say something ridiculous as soon as we come on without getting the video pulled. Yeah, so the reason that I wasn't here as early as I wanted to be, right? We ordered dinner. And we ordered from this place, the pizzeria. There's a couple locations, and I think they're the same owners. But we ordered from there, and I got a sandwich. You know, my girl got, I think, a salad and pizza, right? Something like that. Anyway, right? My food comes. I got a sandwich. It was supposed to be this prosciutto and superside and fresh mozzarella and lettuce. You know, kind of the works on a hero. So I was like, I'm going to get this. It felt like having a cold sandwich. I get it, bro. It shows up and DoorDashed it. So overpaid like crazy.
That was a $50 meal right there.
60.
Yep.
And, but there was more. My girl's kids he got pizza. So, I get it. I open it, bro. It is a chopped salad on a roll with no meat. It's on a hero. Dude, it was the most lamest vegetarian looking shit I ever seen. Don't get me wrong. Flavors were there and it was good, but there was no meat, bro. It was like a $15 sandwich. That's not on DoorDash. That's on the menu. It's $15.
Yeah.
On DoorDash, bro, it's just like $23 or something. It's all said and done, you know? Mm-hmm. Bro, I was so mad. I grabbed the phone. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I take a bite of it, right? I take a bite of it and I'm like, I'm like, let me see if it looks as meatless as it tastes as meatless as it appears. Bro, there was nothing on there. I was pissed. So I pick up the phone and I call. I probably should have waited a few more minutes before I called.
Yeah.
You know, but I picked up the phone and I called and my girl's just sitting there like, you know, she's like, this motherfucker about to lose his mind. But I was very nice. I was like, listen, I said, I just ordered this. There's no meat on this. I said, it is just like finely chopped lettuce on a roll. I said, this isn't even sandwich. It's not a sandwich. This doesn't qualify as a sandwich. It's missing components. Like this isn't a sandwich. You know, like I don't know what this is. This is not okay. I was like, so, and I was like, and she said, all right, hang on. Let me just talk to somebody. And I was like, all right. And then she comes back on. She's like, all right, well, I said, you know what? I said, I'm just going to come there. I said, I'm coming there with this. I'm bringing it with me. I said, I just want something that is of equal value. I said, give me a couple slices. I said, slices aren't $2 anymore. Give me a couple specialty slices. We'll call it even. Like, I don't want no money back. I just want food. This isn't food. This is garnish. You put garnish on bread. Yeah. I'm like, nah. So I get there and bro, when I tell you, I have never in my life had a customer service experience like this. I walked in. I'm online. This girl says to me, she's like, is everything all right? And I said, yeah, I'm just waiting. I just spoke to somebody on the phone. And I'm behind. I'm like, there's 4 people online ordering in front of me. So I let them all order. And then I go up. And I'm like, I got this sandwich. And he said, oh, you got the chop with and there was no meat on it, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, the guy comes over, redid the whole thing again with prosciutto and shit in it. And I was like, nah. I was like, I don't want you to remake it. I said, that's like OD. It's I don't need all that. I was like, I don't want to make you do that. And he's like, no. He's like, I was going to remake it for you anyway. He's like, so this is what we're going to do. He's like, you're going to keep this, you're going to keep that sandwich, and you're going to get however many of whatever slices you want. He was like, get whatever you want. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, sorry about that. And then the girl comes over. He's like, just let them know which slices you want. And the girl's like, what slices you want? I said, I feel guilty as hell now. I was like, I feel terrible. I'm like, I don't want to do all this. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, and she was like, no, please. It's really no problem. She's like, we want you to have whatever you want. She's like, take whatever you want. So I just got 2 slices. I was like, I'm not going OD, and I'm going to be like, oh, give me 3 of these. Give me 2 of those.
Give me a pie.
Yeah, I'm not going to hit it with like the Antifa looting. I'm not going to be like, matter of fact, let me get some of everything over here, like one of those big fat people that's bugging out at McDonald's, at the counter. So I was just like, all right, I get 2 slices, and I couldn't believe it. They disarmed me immediately. The guy, like, I wasn't angry or anything, but he immediately shut me up. Like, just so ahead of it, so proactive. I had nothing to say. I was like, oh my God. I was like,
how was the sandwich?
I was like, I ended up eating half of it just because it was there. But the other one, he had made a salad, not a sandwich. He was like, oh, I thought you got the salad. So it's a big ass dish like this. Those aluminum pinch trays.
Yeah.
Like he made a whole salad of what goes on the sandwich. But they have a salad version.
Yeah. So when you went back, he remade it, but he made a salad this time.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I thought you got the salad. I didn't think you had. And I was going to be like, yeah, this is your problem. See, this is your problem.
Wait, so I get it that the experience was good, but he fucked up still, right?
Yeah, but all I wanted was slices, so I got what I wanted. I was like, I just want something simple, something quick, so I could get back and eat with the fucking goddamn family. What am I going to do? I'm going to be there and just...
no, you're right.
You're taking up my time.
Yeah, it is crazy that he still fucking managed to fuck this up, but... So there was like, honestly, in my head, I'm like, oh man, you should go back to this spot at one point. But all's well that ends well.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But you never got your sandwich.
No,
you can't tell me how that sandwich is.
No, all I can tell you is I had a salad on bread.
Yeah.
And the flavor was there.
And then... You got the actual salad.
Yeah. On the side.
Yeah.
And he gave me bread with it. So I'm like, oh, you just disassembled it. You just disassembled.
He gave you the deconstructed
The
sandwich?
deconstructed salad sandwich. Yeah. So I was just disappointed because I'm like, dude, when you have a cold cut meat chopped up with a salad, you got to put a lot in there. You ever put cold cut meat in a salad?
It probably shrivels up. Disappears.
It disappears. There's nothing there. It's just...
Dude, this is unbelievable that this is your experience. I'm glad that they did the right thing, but like you never got the sandwich. You had pizza for lunch.
Yeah.
You didn't have any. You had pizza for lunch.
Dinner. Yeah.
Dinner.
Yep, I had pizza. And but I did eat the
half a sandwich.
Half of that sandwich. I did eat it. And then my girl took a picture of it, sent it to DoorDash to like get the money back.
Yeah, nice.
They gave her $3.99 back.
You should have took the meat from the other half of the sandwich and stacked it into half the sandwich and doubled it up.
There was nothing to stack. When I tell you que ese sandwich estaba ciego,
yeah.
There was no meat in it, bro. There was none. I couldn't even find any meat.
You know what's crazy is somebody who's worked in like the food industry before, when you prepare a meal that's dog shit, and somebody calls in to tell you that there's a meal that was prepared that's absolutely terrible, you immediately know. So whoever made that sandwich, when you called, he was like, he's right.
He's like, damn, we were running low. There was the bottom of the salad where all the meat was gone, or the top of the salad when they shook it up.
Yeah.
And and there was so little meat in there, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
There was less meat in this sandwich than there's meat in the baked beans. You know when you get the can of beans?
The ham.
You know, with the little bacon, there's like one piece in the whole joint.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't no peanuts. You get like 3. Bro, that's exactly what the experience was like.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, customer service was, when I walked in, bro, they disarmed me immediately. They just kept giving me more things.
Yeah. The only reason this story ends the way it does is because you got the pizza. Because I feel as if you would have walked away with a salad we would have having a different conversation.
Oh, I wouldn't have walked away with a salad. I would have been like, keep the salad. Now I just need my money.
Yeah.
That's where that would have gone. I'd have been like, nah, I don't want a salad, bro.
Yeah.
And not to mention, the salad didn't have much prosciutto in it either. If I had to be honest, if I have to be, you know, if we're calling a spade,
This is crazy.
you know, there wasn't much prosciutto in the salad. I mean, I felt bad because it was his customer service attempt. He handed it to me. He's like, "Oh, I remade it." And I was like, eh. I was like, first of all, was it a salad I got?
It's crazy that he walked away knowing it wasn't a salad too.
Yeah.
So this guy fucked up.
Yo, because he came out and he pulled it out immediately. He was like, bam. He was like, yep. He's like, I remade it. Sandwich. And I was like, I was like, nah, you don't have to do that because I see there's no meat in it. So then I pull my shit out the bag. I pull mine out the bag and he goes, you got a hero.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, not a salad.
Yeah, he should have been like, you want me to transfer it on there for you?
You want me to empty that way out? Just scrape it out.
Dude, because, I mean, I'd take that. If you were to take that salad and just dump it into a hero, a loaf.
Yeah, I was just going to ask him for a roll. Like, just throw a roll in there, bro.
Yeah, let me fix this up when I get to the crib.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'll send you a picture of how it should have looked.
I don't want to shit on your story because you seem satisfied. But
I am.
but you shouldn't be, you know? No, you should be satisfied because you got pizza.
Yeah.
And it would have been the same thing.
And it was a good pizza. It wasn't a regular pizza.
Yeah.
I didn't let him get off with a regular
hit him with
cheese
the
slice.
specialty jammies?
Oh, bro. Nah, not the specialty jammies, but I hit him with the sausage and
Okay.
pepperoni margarita slice.
All right.
You know, the fresh mozzarella on there with the
Yeah.
little brown blisters on
I
it.
like
You know what I'm
that
saying?
a lot.
Come on, along with the peppy, along with this sausage, there's a little hot honey on there, little Mike's hot honey on there.
Oh, hot honey?
Yeah, man, I'm
I
telling
learned
you.
to like hot honey.
I was satisfied, but also it was the handoff from person to person. Everyone was so nice and so down for the cause. The
Yeah.
guy that was at the register first when I get there, and he's like, you called? He said, oh, the sandwich no meat on it? He goes like, he like looks over and he was almost like, he's here, you know? But he was like, yo, and the guy came over, bam. That's when he pulled the jammy out, and I told him he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Just real quick, I'm going to catch up on the chat. McDonald's used to keep the soda station behind the counter, but it's proven that people will get less refills if you just let them have full access to the machine. Plus, you save on some labor costs. Fun fact.
That had to be Chris.
No, it
Who was
was
that?
Spaz, but I don't know at what point he sensed it and what we were talking about at the time.
All right, maybe he's talking about, can't be talking about the customer service thing, right? That's not really customer service.
Maybe he's saying that they should leave the prosciutto out.
Oh, maybe you should leave out to make a self-serve prosciutto. Mm-hmm. You know, with the super side.
Yeah. You know what's funny? He wrote what we were talking about. We were saying, he's like, is Justin going to get there early enough to watch you play, to watch us play around the Arc Raiders? And I was like, nah, Justin's definitely not getting here early enough to watch us play around the Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders, the one game could last like 30 minutes. But another update on Arc Raiders.
Okay.
Still very good game.
Really?
I recommend it to people.
Really?
It's very good.
All right. I might have to check out little Arc Raiders.
I think you'd like it too. It's a very emotion invoking game.
My problem is I don't have anything to play these games on.
You play it on your MacBook.
My MacBook can't handle that.
Hey, yeah, I feel like you got a good one, right?
Yeah, I got a good one. I got a Mac. I got a Mac Mini. I got my shit. Got the M1 and all that.
Got the
you know?
M1 Jam. Yeah, I feel like if they make it for Mac, it should be able to run it. Maybe.
I just don't want to be at a disadvantage, guys. You know, I don't want to be jumping in a Camry and I'm playing against guys in a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be
Got
very
the Bugatti. You know,
the Bugatti. Have you ever played keyboard and mouse? Have you only played games on a controller?
only on a controller, unless we're talking about Minesweeper or we're talking about Free Cell.
Okay.
All right.
I'd
Or Jezball.
be very excited to see you with a controller in your hand and how you handle like movement.
How I handle like first person movement.
Any movement, third person movement, first person movement. Yeah, either way.
Okay.
Like mechanics.
Yeah, I would need to sharpen up my. It's been decades
That's
since
why
I played
I'd be
games.
excited to see you. I'd be like,
I'd probably be up in the corner like shooting at the ceiling and
we have to
shit.
live stream you doing it. And we need a camera on you, like holding the controller, and then the game too. We need everything because I'm just so curious. Because for me, and you know, a lot of people that like, even if you're not an active gamer, if you played throughout the years a little bit, it's like kind of it becomes like natural. But you haven't played in so long, and who knows what the last game you played in, like how mechanically demanding like that game was. So I'd be curious to see, or maybe games are so good now that people could just pick up and play it, and I'm just exaggerating the difficulty of it. I don't know. For me, I don't know because
No backstepping. You think I'll be some kind of tonto on there, and it would be great content. Let's be honest. You think I'm going to play like a retard, and that's all right because you know what? I'll step up to the challenge.
I think that there's a possibility you might play like a tonto. I wonder if you'll run into a wall and shit and like be unable to navigate. But I'm like, maybe not. Like maybe, I don't know.
I probably would for sure.
Or like people shooting at you, you have to return fire and you have to put a crosshair on somebody.
Oh, no,
you know?
it'd be terrible. I can't do that. I can't do it. I've tried it. I can't. I end up like jumping a lot behind a car. So just jumping mad times. Shit. You know, I'm one of those that just jump a lot. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna? Could you do like 2 or 3 things at the same time on a controller? I know in real life, you know, you're mechanically inclined. I know you got good OT in real life, but like if I put you behind a controller, like I wonder if you'll be able to like run and jump and like do
swim and
things.
play.
Like yeah, I don't know. You might. It might be very. You might just pick it right up. I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, so you want me to pop my cherry? You want me to pop my cherry on a live stream?
I think that it'd be good content for sure. I think it'd be good because it'd just be interesting.
I might have to take you up on this,
Because
bro.
it's not like Madden, right? Where you just like, you can't really control these players very much. Like they line themselves up. But like in a game that's like more open world or more like free, like they just put you there, you know?
I used to play a lot of live, NBA Live.
Even live, right? It's like,
Because you had to use like both joysticks for different shit. Like one was like one was like your direction and the other one was like your speed. That makes sense.
now when you play like a first person or a third person game,
Uh-huh.
one is the direction you're walking, the other is the direction you're facing. like
Oh
you're
no,
looking.
that was it. Is that what it was? Yeah, I think you're right. That's exactly what it was. One was the direction you're facing and the other one was
So you played like first person, the game?
no, it wasn't first
It was
person.
overhead?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not really the way you're like, because you got to think like, I could walk this way and look this way.
Oh, but it wasn't look. It wasn't like fine. It was facing.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
directional.
Like I wonder how you would do with that. You
Huh.
know?
Okay. Yeah,
Because you could look one way and walk another.
I'm curious, man. I might have to do this. This might have to be like a case study.
Yeah, it'd be interesting for sure.
What's that symbol that Spaz keeps doing that? The little chevrons.
It's because the chat will get stuck at the bottom and I won't be able to read it in the because the heart will block the text.
Oh, so he puts that to elevate the last message above that.
Correct.
Wow. Spaz is mod of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude's El Guy. And he's
El
pretty good at
Guy.
Arc Raiders too. Dude, we have so many hours played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's a good
what's it
game.
called? Arc
It's called
Raiders?
Arc Raiders. Did I tell you the concept of the game?
Yeah, I think it's like the end of the world and you got to get out, run and go get supplies and shit. And
Yeah, you live underground and like you go out there and you got to get supply. You go on supply runs and there's other people out there.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like zombie shit, but with no zombies.
Yeah, they're robots.
Okay. Yeah. Speaking of robots, you seen those humanoids?
No, what's
Like
that?
those new kind of humanoid robots that they're making that's in Asia and stuff, and they're starting to unveil them in shows and shit. Dude, they were accusing them of having a person in the robot because the movements are getting so much more human. The gait, the walking, it's still a little robotic, but it looks like a person robot walking. Not like a robot. It's weird.
Dude, that side of the world is so good at that shit. And they're undoubtedly fucking it.
Yeah.
That's the only way they advance on technology like
Yeah.
that. That's what leads the industry in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it being like it inevitably being like a spouse or a device that somebody just blasts every once in a while. But that's like, I feel like that's what leads the industry. Like it gets more and more realistic, and then the other stuff comes as like an adverse effect.
Yeah.
Like they're showing us that it can do dishes and shit like that, but in reality, like this one does reverse cowgirl.
Yeah. There's that, and there's like the war concept.
And that too, but
Right?
even that,
It's like, can we
secondary.
weaponize this thing and can we fuck it? Like,
Dude, is that not the truth though?
yeah, it is.
Is
It
that
is.
not the truth? It's like, it's sad, but it's like when you look at some of these things, it's like, all right, well,
100%. That's true.
yeah, the fucking the PlayStation controller, the vibration feels so accurate. You know, it's because vibration technology has come a long way.
Yeah, it has come a long
It's
way.
not as rough and loud as it used to be. Now it's nice and silent. You know,
That's right.
You know, now it just hums, and it can control the volume of it. That's why the feedback on the controller feels so goddamn good.
That's
know?
right. That's why now they have seats,
Yes.
chairs you can sit in.
Yes.
But
The DVD thing was like brought that concept into my head, where they were like, I don't even know if this is true. It was a part of like, what was it called? I forgot what the movie was called, but he was like where, you know, porn is where like where they when they were doing like Blu-rays and HD DVDs, it's like they just went in the direction that porn went. So, or like adult films.
like all movies did that? Like the industry, you mean,
like
as a
the
whole?
industry just followed them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I don't
that's
know how
not
accurate that is, but none of that I say.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably close. I don't think it's far off.
Who knows? Either way, we got a Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 is coming out. It was trending. That's the only reason I'm mentioning it. But Toy Stories has been coming out for a long time. I think they're the only one that didn't massacre though.
What this one?
No, in general.
Oh, the only movie, like movie
Yeah, the only
franchise, excuse me?
series, Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck Toy Story. I got a good story. Spaz posted
What is this?
in
This is
in
the
Discord.
the underground version. Fuck Toy Story.
No, yeah, also leading industry.
But what do you post? Spaz posted something.
I think he just actually sent it to me, but he told me the story. So here's the story. There's an old woman.
Who lives in a shoe?
No. I'm going to put up the article because I don't want to quote her incorrectly.
All right. Let's see. I'm intrigued. So he posted this on. Oh, you said he might have just sent it to you.
Yeah, but we'll post it on the Discord.
I have to check this out. See what's up.
Okay. So a 62-year-old woman was hit by a car. Right?
Okay. So this woman's hit by a car. Do we know how this occurred? What was she doing? Was she walking? Was she running? Was she jumping rope in the road?
No. It's a video he sent me. That's why I don't remember. But he told me the story of the thing. I'm gonna try my best to tell the.
All right. I'll tell you what. You got to try harder.
I'm gonna get back to this one when I have more information. We're gonna tell it before the end of the show, because what happens is that the woman gets into an accident.
Okay.
Right? She's lying on the floor. A guy comes, sees it happen, sees her get into this accident. He parks his car in front of her and gets out the car to help her out. When the cops get there, he moves his car out of the way, and the cop car hits the lady.
Runs her over.
Hits the lady, the cruiser.
Shut up.
So that's why, but I don't remember what originally happened with the woman that even made her fall on the floor or, be hurt for the other guy to come help her. I don't remember that portion of the story.
So he moved his car in order to give the cops room to enter the scene.
Yeah.
And instead they run her over.
They run this lady over.
How bad? Did they finish her off?
Oh, she's dead.
No way.
It says a new development.
There's a video of all of it?
Of a tragic hit and run death of a 62-year-old woman. The victim was struck by a vehicle that fled the scene, and then she was run over by the responding Fairfax County police officers cruiser.
Jesus.
So she was hit by a car originally. Like I said, that's why it threw me off when I read it. I was like, I'm just looking for, I'm hovering over it for the high level facts, and I was like, wait, she was hit by a car twice? Yes.
Jesus Christ. Was
Yeah.
you said there's a video of this?
There's he said.
Oh, it was just like a news.
Yeah,
news.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all right. They're not gonna show it on there.
Yeah, no. Crazy, right?
Damn.
Lady gets hit by a car. Somebody stops to help her. They move out of the way so the cops could come, and then they hit her with their car.
Goddamn. Way to go, gentlemen. Way to go. I'll tell you what.
How is the autopsy guy gonna tell what car killed her?
I got a question for you.
Let's hear it.
You think it was a man or a woman driving that cruiser?
You know what I think.
Why don't you let me hear it? What do you think?
100%. And you know what? I'd reckon it's probably not her first day on the job.
No, it's probably not her first day, but I would bet money that the cop that was operating the cruiser that hit that woman was a female officer.
I'm gonna look it up.
Let's see.
I'm gonna look up the
It's gonna be like Officer Danielle McConnell or some shit like that.
It was in Fairfax County.
What is that, Virginia?
Yes. Hit and run accident.
Looks like Spaz
Recent
says
events in
male
Fairfax-
officer.
All right. We can't win them all, boys.
He had to have a female in the car, probably distracting him. She's probably talking.
His wife pissed him off before work. It's somehow, some way, this roots back to women. No, but it was a crazy story.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's a terrible story, really. Jesus Christ, man.
You get soft on me, man.
It's a terrible story, man.
It is terrible, but she was hit by that other car. That guy just ran her over.
Yeah, he finished her.
Yeah, but she was dead. Maybe, right? How do they know? Because it says like she was killed in like a tragic hit and run. Which one?
Yeah, so the cops fled?
Well, how do they even know that she died before they hit her? Maybe they just tapped her.
Well, they don't want to pin the death on the police officer. They're going to pin the tail on the donkey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Spaz says there was people there. You want to talk about the thrilling opportunity of obtaining a home with a 50-year mortgage? The possibility?
That shit is ridiculous. I think it was Roosevelt that came up with the 30-year.
But you know what? Is it really ridiculous? I'm going to play the other side of this. I think it is kind of ridiculous, but watch me do this. Is it really ridiculous if most people don't live out to 30 years? Right? If you're going to move into another home in 10 years, then why not pay less on this home for 10 years?
It makes sense. The only problem is that, it takes like 10 years before really any of that money starts being applied to the principal. So you end up there's no ownership really.
Yeah, but you gain equity. Either way, regardless of the ownership, it's like it's going to be proportionally broken down throughout the lifetime of the loan. So you're going to be paying a similar amount in principal cost throughout the lifetime of the loan, no?
Yeah, I just think a 50-year mortgage is predatory.
No, I don't disagree with you.
It's like letting somebody finance a car for 10 years.
But most people don't even keep their homes that long.
Yeah, but if you wanted to, it really, in that case, it only makes sense for people that are trying to invest possibly in, buy a home, sell it, upgrade. Buy a home, sell it, upgrade. But,
Give me a 50-year joint. But I mean, there's got to be, what are the other downsides? You know, well, first of all, you're not going to save that much money.
It's like I saw somebody doing the math on a $400,000 mortgage, putting like at a 6.5% interest rate, I think is what they did it at, and the difference was with the down. I forget that it was a sizable down payment that they put down on a $400,000 house in this example, and I think the mortgage was like $2,600. And then with the 50-year mortgage versus the 30, right? The 50-year mortgage was like $2,200. It was like a $300 difference.
Yeah.
You know, it really didn't make sense to jump into a 10-year loan. I mean, 50-year loan. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people. Like, I wonder what the percentage of people who actually pay their whole house off.
Not many anymore. It
That's
used
what
to
I'm
be a
saying.
thing. It used to be a thing.
Like, what else? I hate to go back to the story, but Spaz says witnesses say that she was alive after the initial hit and run. So, fun fact. It's like, who really pays their house off anyways? So if you never pay your house off, if most people don't pay their house off, why not pay less?
Yeah, I mean, you might be right.
There's a downside to it. I just don't know what it is.
They were
you're going to
explaining
pay
it.
a lot. Listen, if you do pay it, if you're in that bitch for 50 years, you're going to be paying way more because that interest is going to last so much longer.
Yeah, over the life of the loan. I mean, you're going to
Exactly.
double the cost.
So your house is going to cost you way more money.
Yeah, you pay
That's not-
$400,000. You're paying like $750,000 by the time you're done.
So if you're going to be in that home forever, then no, that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
But if most people are in homes for 10 years, I don't know what the statistic is.
yeah.
But if most people are in homes for 5-10 years, then
Let's see. How long does the average?
yeah, what's the metrics on that? How long does the average homeowner own their home for?
Does the average?
You type it into Safari.
No, let me use that bullshit. I think I wrote homo mower.
Let's see how many. It says how long does
Stay
people
in there.
own a lawnmower for?
11.8 years.
That's a third
That's
almost.
the average American.
It's about 30%.
Much longer than it was 20 years ago.
Huh?
Much longer than it was 20 years ago.
So then I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you do end up owning it for 50 years, you're fucking dumb.
It was 6.5 years in 2005.
Damn.
So it's like doubled pretty much. in
Nobody
20
can
years.
afford to upgrade anymore.
Yeah, nobody can afford to upgrade. It's a crazy concept. But 50 years, I don't know, man. I don't know if I would jump into a 50-year mortgage. I don't know if I would. It used to be 15 years. Like I was here Dave Ramsey saying that shit. He said put down 20% on your first home and get a 15-year fixed rate mortgage. He said you should not have a mortgage that's longer than 15 years. That was always his financial plan. I'm
That's
like, who
so
the fuck are you
unrealistic.
talking to put 20% down on a house? You're talking about, I think for a $400,000 house, 20% is $81,000 or say $80,000 or something like that.
He's just saying things. He's a sayer. That's crazy. Put the 15-year mortgage, dude. That's so unrealistic.
Yeah, it's that's what he would always say. He said if you can't afford a 15-year mortgage, then you can't afford to buy a home.
Well, it's not okay.
That's what he would always say. And I'm like, dude, I'll never own a home then. I was like, I'll never own a home. He said you have to put 20% down so that you don't have the PMI. So he was like, that's what you must do. So you're putting down 20% and it's a 15-year fixed rate mortgage. Like 15 years is crazy. Right now, a 15-year mortgage will cost you fucking like a $400,000 house will cost you $6,000 a month.
I mean, it's a good, I guess it's good advice if somebody's able to do that. But if somebody's able to do that, they're already gonna, you got to be in a good position to do that. Like, and it's gonna significantly reduce your budget in the home that you're gonna get. But I don't know. I paid PMI on my first house.
Yeah, 80 grand is a 20% of 400,000. So it's 80 grand. So nobody's putting 80 grand down, and you can't even get a house for 400,000 anymore.
Not here.
You know, you're paying a half a million at least.
That's 120.
At least a half a million.
Excuse me. Yeah. So you're saying you're gonna put 120 grand down, and then you're gonna pay.
Imagine just being able to pull 120 grand to cash out. Like what that would have bought you a house cash 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Cash, bro.
Sucks, but that's the name of the game.
That shit is crazy as hell.
But that's why they have 3.5%. And there's banks that offer specialties, like Chase has that Dream Act, the Dream Home thing, where they offer people 3.5%, like 3.5% down with no PMI.
Yeah. Which they probably don't even do that anymore. That program's probably over.
They probably don't have it anymore, but they had it for a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna do it.
But yeah, but that's why I mean there's a lot of advice you could give people when you're buying a home, but that's one that's unrealistic for like the average person. 15-year mortgage.
15 is insane with 20% down. That shit pisses me off. I get pissed off when I hear these idiot fucking boomers talking like that. That shit pisses me off.
You see the shutdown's almost over?
Yeah, they came to some agreement, right?
Yeah. They're saying this is all like a fucking dog and pony show.
It is.
Now that like the elections are over.
Of course it is.
Isn't it so crazy that we live in this world and these guys are just playing games?
Yep. That's what they
This
do.
is the society we're living in, and these guys are just fucking manipulating it.
Yeah, it's a fucking banana republic, bro.
Yeah, crazy.
Nonsense.
Have we been here since Mandami came home?
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but not since he actually got elected. He did get
He was
elected.
confirmed that night, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, but he's gonna ruin that city even further, bro. He's gonna ruin that city.
It's already New York City is a shithole.
It is. I can't lie. It really is a shithole.
It's dirty as fuck.
This false idea that it's where it's the place to be is crazy to me.
It's mad, dirty, dangerous.
Who's still falling for that? That New York City's where it's at? Like, no. New York City's gross.
Ew.
More often than not, it's gross.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, guys. It's filthy. There's garbage everywhere. It stinks. There's crazy people walking around everywhere.
There's crazy people everywhere.
Everywhere. There's piss running down the sidewalk. You look at any corner in New York City, look in a corner on the street, there'll be a piss trail from the corner, from somebody standing in that corner and taking a piss.
It's so dirty, and you all living on top of each other. It's crazy that people could and people aspire to be there.
Yeah, that's what's crazy to me, because it makes sense to me if you're born into that, you're stuck there and you can't get out. Something like that, different. But when I see people just clamoring to go there and I'm like, what?
Most people are transplants.
Yeah.
Most of the people over there, New Yorkers don't even want to be over there. It's so dirty. It's crazy.
It's nasty.
It's gross.
You know? And I hate it because there's great things about it.
There's cool. It's nice to go there for a couple hours.
Yeah, I don't want to live there. Bro.
That's crazy too, right?
I used to want to live there. I used to aspire to live there.
Yeah, it's cool. If I fucking did something stupid and lost my family, I'd move there. You know?
You want to go together?
We'd have to.
We'll go. Yeah, in order to afford a closet.
Yeah, we'll get a closet.
That's what's crazy is the cost to live there.
To live in New York City. If you want to live in any of the boroughs, but if you want to live in Manhattan, if you want to live in dude, it's so much money for the worst apartment ever. I remember going to somebody's apartment in Manhattan, and they lived maybe like in the 40s, like 47th Street or something like that, and it was in a very, very, very popular and even touristy area. Anyways, we go upstairs, and this guy has the tiniest apartment. And I don't even care if you got like, because if it's just you, but it's him and his boy, right? I don't even care if your apartment's small, but he was paying back then, I think it was like $4,200 a month. And this had to be like 10 years ago, dude. So this is like 2016. And this dude's paying $4,200 a month. It's probably, that same apartment's probably like $7,000 now, $8,000.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous, dude.
People
Ridiculous.
paying $7,000 for a studio.
Dude, I've seen some of these tiny apartment tours on YouTube and stuff, and it's crazy as hell. They're just touchdown stations. It's like you don't even have a home. You know?
Spaz says $400,000 house, 6% interest rate, $608,000 total payments, total in payments on a 15-year loan. Same house on a 30-year loan is $863,000.
Yeah, trust me, financially, if you can do it, it makes sense, but nobody can do that. So why are we talking about that?
100%, it makes it.
That's why Dave Ramsey pisses me off, because
It's
like
possible if you got the money. If you got the money, that's great. That is the best. Dude, take a 5-year mortgage. You want an even better fucking strategy?
pay it off in a year, 2 years.
Pay it off in 2 years.
Yeah. Then you're paying almost no interest.
Yeah, 6 months, dude. Why don't we try to, if you work real hard,
Yeah.
bang it out, 6 months paid off.
Cash up front. Just show up, buy it cash in a duffel bag. Don't even take out a loan.
Fuck it.
Who needs a loan?
What loan?
The ideal way to buy a house is no loan.
How are you going to be a man asking another man for money?
To borrow money and then pay him extra
Crazy.
to get the money back to him.
You going to lose money on your money?
Bro, that doesn't make it. Money works for you. You don't work for the money.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous out here. People taking out mortgages.
What the fuck are we even talking about?
Jesus, I have no.
About mortgages?
We talk about mortgages?
Mortgages?
Buy your house cash, bro. All right? Don't be a peasant.
Fucking disgusting.
Absolutely atrocious.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yes, happy Veterans Day to
Thank you
all the veterans. out
veterans.
there. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that fight to allow us to just sit here and talk shit. Free enough to talk this shit that we want to talk.
USA, baby.
These colors don't run, baby.
All right. You seen Prince Andrew? They forced him to drop his flag.
Yeah?
He's not Prince anymore. He said that. He came out and said, I've seen two sides of the story on this. I wish Saif was here and he could tell us. They definitely got their parties are the same. They got Republicans and Democrats out there, or what are they called?
I don't know. They're called like the redcoats and the wigs or something. I don't know nothing about
the Hufflepuffs and the fucking the Gryffindors.
And the Bartholomews. I don't know what they got going on out there.
They got scarves. That's how they represent their teams.
They wear kerchiefs.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Is that the shit in the thing?
Little. Oh yeah, maybe that's what that is. I meant ascot.
Don't know that one either.
It's a little tight joint.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The barber jammy?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
The little paper towel.
Anyways, I don't even know what barbers put that on you for.
It's supposed to catch the hair from going down your back, I think. I gotta ask John. Where's John? Phone a friend.
Yeah.
Johnny, yo, rookie.
No way that thing stops anything.
Yeah, rookie. Why do you put that little tissue paper around people's neck?
Is that so we know where their haircut stops?
Yeah.
He said, yo, I don't go past the paper, B.
That's where the price increases.
Yeah, that's the price. That's when
this rate is from tissue up.
Is that only a hood thing, or do like the Lemon Tree? Are you getting cut with that? Like they're not putting that on my shorty when they cut her, right?
I don't know where they pin it. Just they pinch it with the gown shit.
Is that just like that must be what that's for? That's what that's for. Because of the gown.
Oh, because they don't want the gown touching you because it touches all these other people.
Yeah.
Could be blood on there. You're shaving people.
All right.
Damn, we just talked it out and figured it out.
That has to be what that's for.
And I got another supporter with going over the top, by the way.
Over the top?
Bro, Dave said he goes over the top. He said, I'll do you one better. He said, my bare ass is out when I piss.
That's bad funny. When you told me you go over the top, that's how I envisioned you do it.
Nah, he said he's like, bro, I go cheeks out, everything. He said cheeks are out, bro.
That's wild.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That's it.
That's insane. Did he think that that was the way it's done, though? Or was he just like, this isn't the normal thing. I just do it this way?
Oh, nah. He's like, he said, what? The people don't do that?
Oh.
He's like, this is the only way to do it, bro.
That's incredible.
It's the only way, bro.
That's incredible.
You know what I'm saying?
Good for you guys.
That's it.
Maybe there's something going on. You got the hoodie?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe, okay. I don't know.
No.
I didn't know if you had the hoodie and maybe it was because of that. And I was
No.
like, because I'm hoodless, that, you know.
Nah, bro. We convertible out here,
Yeah,
baby.
drops out,
Convertible, baby.
You know? Shit. Welcome home, Max
Convertible.
B.
Yeah, and welcome home, Max B.
Max B came home
The
after
Wave God.
18 years.
Yo, that 18 years went so fast. I bet he didn't think so, but
Yeah,
I
for us
think
it did.
I think it did. I feel like he was just home.
We didn't get to talk about Prince Andrew dropping his flag.
Oh yeah,
That's what
Prince Andrew dropping his flag. So
He's not the prince anymore. Essentially, what happens is I heard.
I think
that-
he was 8th in line or some shit.
Yeah, but I heard that he felt like because the controversy that's kind of been surrounding him in the past, that he's going to remove it off himself so that it doesn't affect the royal family, you know?
Well, he had given up his title, but not his right to the throne initially. He had
Yeah.
given up like that Duke title or whatever. But he was still considered a prince because of his bloodline and his lineage. He would be
Yeah.
like 8th in line.
Yeah, for the
essentially
crown.
for the crown.
I wonder what they're even in charge of. If they throw the crown on you, what do you do? Like, what are you in charge of? Because they still have like parliament. Like,
Yeah.
what does that person do really? Are they just rich as fuck?
Yeah, and they just have servants and people that empty their chamber pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think so, but
What's their
I'm
job? Are they allowed to go up to like their White House and be like, yo, I think we should stop letting people cross the roads after 6 p.m. Between 6 and 6:15, you can't cross streets.
yeah.
And then like, all right, send it to the House. Is that like their like one of their checks and balances? You know how like we have the House, the Senate. Is that like their Senate? Like one of their that's like their Congress?
Who?
The Queen?
The queen?
Or
No,
the king?
I think it's more customary than anything else. And
That's what I'm saying. What's their job? What do they get to do? Or what do they have to do?
I don't know. Be honest, I don't. You mean their actual role in government?
Yeah, what are they doing? Like, where do they do they like? You think they put them off in the tonto corner and they're like, all right, you get to decide how fast the school buses go.
Yeah, I don't really think they're really doing shit because I never heard Trump having a meeting with the Queen.
Nah, never.
Imagine he's like, I'm calling a meeting with the Queen.
Nah, it's the PM, right?
Yo, he would go in there and like completely disrespect that royal family. They'd be like, you can't touch her. She's royalty. He'd like pat her on the back.
Yeah, oh, that's what you were gonna say.
That's like he'd grab her by the pussy.
That's exactly what I thought you were gonna say. That's exactly what I thought you were gonna say. There you go. There's the guy I know. There's the guy I know. You were holding back. You grab her by the.
Grab her by the royal tiara. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Grab her by the crown jewel. You know?
Grab by that pearl.
Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, because the prime minister is really in charge.
Yeah, and is he elected? He's elected, right?
He's got to be elected. They're probably crooked as fuck too.
Oh my
They
God,
probably
they're
just
super
stand up
crooked.
straighter when they fucking
Yeah.
do shit.
Imagine what the hell that's like, that you have a royal family, like a queen and a king. Imagine being Harry and giving that up. I would like a real interview with him.
Yo, but they're rich as fuck still. It's not like, what's the difference between being incredibly rich and being royalty? It's kind of just the same thing. Like all the royalty people just had all the money. Even if they didn't have the title, they would still have everything they have because the money is what allows them to have those things. If you were royal and had no money, you're not very royal, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, if you get some kind of prince from like some poor ass country in Africa or something like that, some king come over here and motherfucking got no money.
Bro, we knew a couple princes. Didn't we know a prince?
Yeah, we did.
We knew a prince.
Yep.
You and I both knew a prince, and he was regular degular.
Bro, he was the most regular degular.
So
Yo, somebody bowed to him outside work.
yeah, somebody found him.
Dropped to a
this
knee
guy
and
worked
shit.
with us.
Yeah.
And he used to always tell us that he was a prince in some country in Africa. And Justin seen one of his followers find him in the day, a day walker.
Bro,
And
I felt like it was really like Coming to America, bro.
Yeah.
It was really like Coming to America. The dude came to just up. He's like, oh my, he's like, my liege. Just dropped to a knee. It was like ready to serve.
yeah.
Meanwhile, this dude is in like a Burlington Coat Factory polo. Talking about, please stand up, sir.
4 apples, please. Where's customary?
Stand up.
But yeah, so like that, it's like he's still rich, and he got him a baddie and shit. He ran
So
off.
this all had to do with the Epstein thing? Is that why he?
I think he fucked up before the Epstein thing, though, didn't he? Was he the one picking up tranny hookers or something? Allegedly, I don't want to.
I think that was Biden's son.
But I don't know this. I don't remember the story exactly, but he had fucked up before the Epstein thing. This is like the second strike for him. Like he's the fuck up.
Yeah, he's the black sheep of.
He's the one I'd want to hang out with. That's for fucking sure. If you have to lose your right to the crown and your princehood, they took it all away from you. You probably had a better time than anybody else in that family.
Yeah, I mean,
He has the best stories.
you might be right, or maybe he got called one of them Sheen dolls. Who knows?
Maybe he got caught with one of those like one of those ones that like with the VR goggles that moves itself. You just hold it by the handles.
Get out of here, and it moves like AI wise.
Yeah, you haven't seen that?
Nah, you hold it by the handles.
The Monster Milker 3000? You haven't seen it?
No.
Dude, it looks like a shoebox, but it has like, you could put like different attachments. You could put like a mouth on it.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I was out so late last night. Went to Top Golf.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my elbow's
nice.
killing me.
It's going back to the fuck machine, dude.
Yeah, come on.
It's got handles on the side. You wear the goggles. The thing moves like the movie.
It just replicates the motion of the. It's like programmed. It's synchronized.
Yeah, I mean, I don't own one, but that's how it's advertised.
Spaz asking if you pre-ordered.
No, but there's other ones that don't go with it. Like they have these machines. You know what it is? It's like as perverted as you guys may think we are, we're not this deep into the underworld. There is some diabolical individuals out there that have the craziest devices. And some of those devices are like those, they're like men's milking stations where they're just like these devices that you just like, your dick just disappears inside of it. And it's probably amazing, but I don't own one.
That shit is so insane to me. We're just so blessed
Yeah.
to not need to do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Truly.
We don't need to hang a 670. You know how heavy one of those robots are going to be?
You're right. All that circuitry and shit and all that.
I put my dick in that thing. Or even like
That
the
thing's
rubber
gonna
dolls.
be slim thick.
Though the rubber doll, they probably give it a jammy.
It'd be slim
Dude,
thick.
it's gonna have a rocking body, that's for sure. Even the rubber dolls, they're like 150 pounds. That's why you don't get all the limbs and shit. You only get what you need because they're so dense.
Yeah, that's
You only get, dude, I'm serious. That's why they just have torsos.
Really?
They're not putting arms on those things. They'd be fucking impossible to move. Dude, it's all like solid rubber.
be like dragging a corpse through your house.
Yeah, dude. You remember that toy, the super stretcher thing?
Yeah, you talking about Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah, can you imagine having like a human-sized one of those? It'd be incredibly dense. They're so heavy, dude.
It would
that
be.
That thing could drown you, dude.
Yeah, shit would
Trying to save that shit. You're convinced that it's like, you know, your lover.
Yeah, but what about the rights? What about the rights of these dolls to be bigger?
They're gonna get to vote.
To be bigger, to be heavier.
Dude, they're gonna get to
You
vote.
know? Don't body shame them.
They're gonna be blue-haired. You're gonna have to buy a fat one before you could get a skinny one.
Yeah, you gotta upgrade. You gotta
Yeah,
upgrade.
they're like, no, you don't qualify to buy this one. You have to buy the curvy one
It'd
first.
be like Ferrari. Yo, so another thing, I bought that e-collar for my dog. Bro, the settings are too, even the first lowest setting is too strong.
Nah, they'll get used to it.
Nah, it's like I can't get any training done. It does too much to her.
It's just unfamiliar.
Because I put this shit on myself.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to ease her into it, like a little bit at a time, like with the command, like even when I'm saying something good, you know, because I'm trying to use it as like a leash extension instead of like a punishment.
Yeah. Are you using the vibrate or the shock?
I'm using the vibrate. The shock, I put it on myself. Shit is too much, bro. I used it on her like once and she was like, and like went inside. Like she wanted to go inside the house. She like, ran up the deck and shit.
Yeah, they'll get used to it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't worry. 100%. Dude, you ever try to get one of those fucking dogs? You ever try to get dogs apart when they're fighting each other?
Yeah.
They're strong. I'm sitting here advocating to shock your dog. I'm not gonna fucking tell this story online.
Nah, but sometimes it's necessary to, you know, to break that thought pattern. You got to do something, you know?
I don't use the shock on my
You use the
controller.
vibrate?
I use the vibrate, and it's enough. But it's
Yeah.
it's like the thing you're talking about, the looking around. That's what I want you to do. I want you to look around and look at me and say, "Oh, what do you want me to do?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I associate it with certain things. We talked about this.
Yeah, you're supposed to get there. My point was I couldn't build up to it slowly and slowly introduce it. It's like I put this thing on her and now I hit this thing and she's confused about it.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I also wanted the training to be possible to begin almost immediately. I
But
start.
that's the thing. It's like when it's like they learn, right? That when this stops, like it's because I did something.
Yeah.
You know, like where people, like let's say if you're trying to get your dog to sit and you were like, sit, the dog didn't sit, and you said sit, and then you hit the vibrate button, and then she's like, well, what the hell's going on? And then she sits and the vibrate stops.
Yeah. It's you know, that's what they call, I think, like a negative feedback, like negative reinforcement or something like that. I was watching a guy explaining it. He's like, when you
And he says that's the worst way to do it, right?
No, he was saying negative and positive, being negative you take something away, positive you add something.
Yeah. That's not the way I did it. I did mine with the recall. So I would call her name, hit the vibrate, she'd come back, or I hit the ringer, she'd come back. So if she didn't vibrate, come back.
And you whack her. All right.
Vibra come back. The shock is I feel like that's only for something like if you're walking off the leash and she starts chasing a squirrel
Yeah.
or a small child.
Or like running toward traffic or something like that, running toward the
Exactly.
street.
Buzzer. All right, listen, we're over the hour.
We are.
You're
over the hour,
falling
my
asleep.
friend. Hey, yo, I'm fucking so tired.
He's so tired. I'm slumped up in this chair like that fucking pot commercial from the 80s.
Oh my God, we're all deflated,
Yeah, in the chair.
all conflated. Yeah, I got my shout out to Athleisure, baby. You see me?
Athleisure. I love
me?
Justin's joggers.
Ankles, bro.
He looks very ready. He could be at Costco's, or he could have ran to Costco.
Yeah, or I could have gone and gotten a nice smoothie, a nice green juice.
Yeah, it
Nice
looks like,
matcha tea.
I'll tell you right now, looks like you'd fucking eat green juice wearing them motherfuckers. That's for sure.
Goddamn right, man. You know,
Matcha for sure.
fucking hand out green juice.
Yeah, but the George Black tea is throwing me off.
Yeah, it's throwing you off. It's killing my vibe now, man.
Nah,
Come on, bro.
nah, you good, Poppy. All right, listen, Masters of None. I don't remember the episode number. Thank you guys for rocking with us tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday, ready to F. Want to see what the government does between now and then.
That's it. 50-year mortgages. And make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and check us out on the...
Check us out in Discord. Discord's been lit lately.
Yeah.
A lot of us hanging out in the Discord, talking shit, playing video games, hanging out. Come to the Discord, give us topics. I gotta shave.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma.